Spiders. Everywhere I go, I just can't forget. These eyes are a curse, a lens of death that follows me eternally. These chains will free me from that curse. What's up guys, it's Punchy, and today I'm back with a really crazy Deepwoken build from one of my favorite series. If you're familiar, for the past couple years I've been locked in, crafting and recreating anime characters from all over the map in our favorite game, Deepwoken. Returning back to the past, I have a special build for you from a series that I consider absolute peak. Within the world of Hunter x Hunter's association of assorted characters, it's only fair to represent the only survivor of the Kurta clan. Years ago, I made Krollo the Phantom Troops leader, and now it's time for their destruction. Introducing Kurapika Kurta. Of course, there will be heavy spoilers for Hunter x Hunter's anime and some pretty small manga stuff, but seriously, if you haven't watched this before, I heavily recommend it. With that being said, you have been warned. Kurapika, the lone survivor of his clan's massacre and a master of Nen itself. Sworn to revenge, his entire life is dedicated to the utter annihilation of the Phantom Troop. Bound to his past, Kurapika abandons everything to destroy those who stole the Scarlet Eyes. Nothing stands in his way as he ensnares and crushes the spiders with his Nen chain conjuration. Anything becomes possible if you break free from your limits and keep pushing forward. Welcome to my symphony. It's Punchy, leader of the Phantom Troop. I recently heard there's a Scarlet-Eyed survivor running around, but for now, that's not really my issue. I mean, of course, our fight is justified, and let's do what we do best and cause chaos. To join me in my fight for Meteor City, make sure to join up and like and subscribe. It really helps me out and does a lot for the troop. Anyway, it's time for this ride to continue, and thanks again. Please enjoy. Recreated in Deepwoken, it was pretty easy to craft up Kurapika as a blonde, scarlet-eyed Knorr. Perfect for his character, his sworn loyalty to revenge is mirrored by the Knorr's dedication to their friends. Moving on, it's your choice for eye color, but I just knew we had to replicate his Kurta scarlet eyes in-game. If you want to use his black eye contacts like he always wears, this is also an option as well. For his outfit, usually in combat, Kurapika wears some sort of weird martial arts robe for flexibility in fights, but for me, that's just not gonna cut it. During his time in the York New Auction, as well as his current manga outfit, Kurapika's got drip with a simple and clean black suit. I really like the simplicity, and he's cold with it. For Kurapika, I was fortunate enough to use the deep suit for this build, but unfortunately, it isn't really something available, at the moment. On the other hand, if you want to make this build, there are multiple uniforms that you can dye black, but for character accuracy, I just had to use this. As our weapon of choice, I ended up going with the Curse of Unbidden Fist alongside Chain Warden Chains. Kurapika's Nen technique has a large focus on shutdown and restraint, slowly trapping his foes and sapping their energy. Alongside his insane planning and borderline genius intellect, Kurapika seals Nen with the use of Judgment and Steel Chain. In most interactions, it's not even a fight, it's just a massacre. Unbidden's ability to steal ether and shut down mantras entirely was perfect for his style of lockdown. Our attacks seal Nen, and our counter lets players know that this was already planned. Of course, our Oath Chains are the entire engine for our combos, replicating Kurapika's Nen technique, so we restrain them and eliminate them. If you're a fan of the manga, feel free to pick up a one-handed gun or a side revolver if you want to spice up your gameplay. I mean, Kurapika is aware his binding chains only work on spiders, so he has to adapt and picks up a strap. Kurapika's journey to reclaim the Kurta's stolen honor requires strength and an unwavering will. After constructing a deadly binding Nen vow, there's nothing to hold back his burning scarlet rage. Much like this, we do the same and transform into a monster through Nen mastery. Now, it's about time to enact our revenge and explore what makes Kurapika truly unique. Let's unlock our Hatsu and get hunting. I don't care who I lash out at, it might as well be you. The origin of the Kurta clan's downfall lies only in their wondrous scarlet eyes. Also known as crimson eyes, these are a special genetic trait, a Kekai Genkai almost, possessed by the Kurta clan. Ignited by strong emotion, Kurapika's scarlet eyes reveal the rage within his heart. We abandon secrecy to uncover the past. To represent this trait, our scarlet eye glare works perfectly. The crimson beauty of rage and passion stuns our opponents into submission and sets up combos with ease. There is no escape from my watchful eye. No matter what happens, I do not fear death. Throughout the series, Kurapika shows off his undying will to fight for what he stands for. To avenge his clan, fear must be discarded. At the end of the day, we have to spin back. To enact our revenge, I've chosen the Run It Back bell to symbolize Kurapika's perpetual passion to fight even at the cost of his own life. Immune to all damage, we have a second chance to pierce through the darkness and strike the spiders down. You can talk all you want, but this is a job I must finish myself. Kurapika cements himself into the role of a Nen conjurer, summoning chains to ensnare his enemy. With infinite possibility, everything is within his grasp, confirming his fate with chains of Nen itself. If you've run out of options, it's time to conjure your own. In-game, our Iron Sync chain pull accelerates and pulls people in. As an extension of fate, you can't outrun certain death and you must face your punishment. Alongside chain pull, our Chain Warden chain lash confirms combos and keeps enemies nearby. Every single status applied by this oath locks enemies down and keeps them crippled. Our conjured chains show no emotion and have no limits. To classify Kurapika as just a Nen conjurer alone, that would be a little bit unfair because he hasn't even got started. With my specialist ability, I use 100% of all types of Nen. Alongside the synergetic capability of his own Scarlet eyes, a specialist technique is born. When Kurapika's emotions shine bright, his eyes awaken alongside Emperor Time. At the cost of his own safety, Kurapika throws everything away and becomes a master of all Nen types. Shown in game, we give into bloodlust against all the evil in the world. It's time to defeat the spider with Shadowcast's Shade Devour. A perfect embodiment of Emperor Time, we awaken our Kurta capabilities while hurting ourselves. I wouldn't lie if I were you. Your fate is determined by this chain alone. Kurapika's conjured dowsing chain rejects all lies and seeks the truth directly. You're wrong, and my Hatsu confirms this. Sensing the soul of our enemy, our dowsing chain restricts the rhythm of their heart and directs us towards the truth. The ability to track opponents down and confirm their health works very well with Kurapika's hunting style. With the use of Steel Chain, it's time to subjugate the Phantom Troop to the art of restriction. Stemming from his index finger, Kurapika's Hatsu, a chain-bound syringe, swiftly shoots out and pierces. With the ability to steal aura itself and restrict movement entirely, Kurapika's rage is realized in physical form. With Warden's Restrain, we lock down the enemy while applying our crippling Steel Chain. Slowly but surely, mobility, aura, and life are drained from our chain targets. With the use of Kurapika's Perpetual Rage, we fulfill Steel Chain's Nen restriction and consume their Hatsu whole. Alongside his full Nen mastery, Kurapika's shift from striking to support happens with ease. Steal from those who stole from us. Unleashing a wave of healing Hatsu, Kurapika's conjured Holy Chain rejuvenates the target and heals them completely. Even with a broken body, I'll still keep fighting. After applying our oppressive Steel Chain status, a wave of bloodless Holy Chain energy ruptures our enemy's body and heals us directly. We enact our revenge and slowly drain Nen aura while healing ourselves with a bloodless. To keep it simple, you can't break my chains. Kurapika exclusively abuses his unbreakable chain jail against the Phantom Troop to deny all forms of escape. Through a Nen vow of life and death, Kurapika's restraint remains absolute against any spider in sight. Our chilling, emotionless grasp comes forth with our chain jail Frost Grab. Freezing opponents in place with a prison of chains, escape is removed from the equation. With confidence in our own Nen vow, we close the distance and enact our revenge. Judgment Chain. I stab the target's heart with this dagger and I declare a binding rule. Only working against all Phantom Troop members, Judgment Chain pierces their heart, beginning a game of life or death. If all conditions aren't followed, your life is considered forfeit and your heart is crushed. They must pay for what they have done. Upon using Shadow Chains, multiple chains will pierce our opponent's chest, disabling ether usage from everybody hit. Declaring the condition of denial, Blighted Song rules that all mantra usage is illegal. Under this status, you must submit to my revenge. And with that, it's about time to wrap things up with Kurapika Kurta, the Bane of Orthropods. Within the manga, his story isn't over just yet, so if you want to make this build yourself, check out the full talent list. Now, onto some fights with the lone survivor of the Kurta clan, Awaken Kurapika. And that's it. Thanks so much for your support, and I hope you enjoyed. I really loved recreating this character, and I want to see, who you want next. So comment your favorite character down below, and maybe I'll do it. As always, make sure to like and subscribe so we can hit 100k subs. Thanks again, it's Punchin' time.